Hey everyone, it is Chanel with Color Me Stylish, and now that it is kind of getting to that travel season, it's spring break, it is summer coming, things like that, and it's time to pack. So it's not always my favorite thing to do, but as you guys know, we're expats, and so we kind of go from country to country every couple of years, and so I'm always like trying to figure out just new ways to kind of DIY a better way for myself to stay organized. So just kind of like, what I'll try to do is maybe a couple days before, just kind of pick out like, okay, what are the shoes that I want to bring, the hats, the outfits, things like that, just to kind of get all of that stuff organized so I have a better idea of what I'm going to be putting in my suitcase. But I also have to be realistic. So I'm just gonna throw in a couple more things because I just realized I don't think it was enough, or I like to change my mind, to be honest. So I wanted to make sure that I had options. So, kind of starting with my clothes, everybody has their own method on how they like to fold. I kind of just personally over the years found that if I start to just build the outfits that I want to keep together, it's a lot more easier when I do get unpacked and I get to my destination. And then things like that, where, this jacket where it has a little bit more embellishments, I do like to kind of fold the sleeves over just to kind of protect them. And then whatever I'm going to wear with that, just kind of placing that together as well, just so that it's easy to find what I need to wear, when I need to wear it, and when I want to wear it. So an outfit like this, I think I had this outfit on Instagram, but I really loved just the pop of color and the matching outfit. And I picked this up from Shein probably about a year ago. But again, just placing everything that I know that I want to wear with this outfit together. And for something like this where it's a little bit thinner, I mean, again, everybody has their own folding method, but rolling does help on, space saving as well, and, keeping the wrinkles at bay, things like that, where you can kind of line them up. But another trick, sorry that it's shaky, that I like to do is before I start packing, I will kind of put all the outfits, maybe even a week before, that I do want to take with me, just so that I'm pairing them with exactly, what I want to wear them with. And I kind of just hang them in a section of my closet so I can just kind of quickly pull them off the hanger and start folding them, and then get that process going a little bit faster. So just kind of rolling, sometimes when they're thinner fabrics, you can just kind of line them up, and even like putting them up vertically to save room. So again, just, pairing everything that you want to wear for evenings, and when they're a little bit more bulky or things like that, it just depends on how it works for you, either rolling or folding. It depends on personal preference. For my belts, sometimes just depending on the outfit, I will carry 2 to 3 different belts, but I do like, just kind of folding them up, and nothing special. I just will take a sock that I'm probably going to carry with me anyway, and just kind of sticking it in there. And what I like about the sock is, which that does have scratches on it, is it does protect any of the hardware that you might have on your belts. And then again, it's the socks that I was going to bring with me anyway, so it's just definitely a space saver. For my bathing suits, I like to just use just a bag, a handbag, bag, a storage bag. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name. But just I like to store my bathing suits in there. Again, some of them have like different jewels, things like that. So it just protects it from getting snagged from other things. And then going into cosmetics, I like to try to find solids, in the different things that I'm going to use as much as possible, or definitely, makeup wipes, stain thing, wipes, or, Tide to Go, just different things that are, more in a solid or just easy to use and are easy to pack. Or you can just kind of stop by, your different pharmacy or Target and just adding whatever your favorite cosmetic is to those bottles and just filling it up halfway, so just to keep the weight, or finding a set like this, which is really, convenient because it's got everything in there and that makes it easy to pack. As for lotions, I already had this one, and so what I like to do is put a Ziploc over the hole just to make sure that it doesn't leak. Or from Amazon, you can get different travel sets such as like cotton balls, things like that, that are already pre-packaged, and it just makes it so much easier. And again, finding smaller, options so that you're able to bring what you already have from home and just kind of putting it into smaller bottles depending on how long your trip is going to be. For storing hats, it can be tricky, and they do sell organizers on Amazon, but what I like to do is I DIY everything. So again, I'm just gonna save space and I'm going to pack or just, place a dress that I'm already taking with me just to help my hats keep their shape. And for my shoes, kind of placing them up against each other just so that no dirt or anything is gonna get on anything or any of the clothes. And so what I like to use is I always keep, any of the, order bags that I get, because they make great storage bags. So you can just kind of fit, your sandals in one and close it up just to keep your clothes from getting dirty. And if you don't have that, you can always just use a large gallon Ziploc bag. And again, I'll do the same thing for my sneakers, and it doesn't have to close. It's just to protect your clothes from getting dirty from the bottom of your shoes. And for, hot tools, they do sell, proper pouches, on Amazon. But if you're short on time and you just have, a kitchen, mitt handy, you can just kind of grab that and use it as well. For my bags, I don't carry a lot of different options, or I'll just, use a multi clutch most of the time, but there's times where it's like, okay, I want to bring some options. So what I'll do is I'll try to stack them inside of each other just to save space, or again, I'll use shorts that I know I'm going to be bringing with me anyway, just to place in the bag, just to kind of help hold the shape, and then I'll add other bags to that as well. For my makeup, I try to just go as light as possible. So I'll just go to, Sephora or Target and then just buy the smaller options and keep those on hand. So just bringing like a little mouth spray, my favorite eye drops, and just smaller versions of things I already use. And don't worry about the front, it's a little dirty, but I'll just use a whole palette. And I did a video on that where you can kind of use like maybe the black for eyeliner, the brown for your, eyebrows. You can even use a gold for your highlighter and different things like that. So you can make it multi-use. Or stopping in the aisle of Sephora and just picking up the travel sizes of your favorite products. Now, it's important to bring your medication and your vitamins, but you can always buy an extra one, and I like to use it just to kind of help organize my earrings and just smaller dainty jewelry, things like that. And definitely Amazon does, sell organizers, but I like to just kind of use what I have around the house. So again, with bracelets, I'll use a box I already have from past jewelry, or just where I keep little pouches, and I'll just kind of add to that just so that I have everything organized. So you can go to Amazon and buy organizers, of course, but on hand, I do like to keep drawer liners because they're super soft and they just kind of protect either your long necklaces or your perfumes. But again, you can use or purchase organizers for perfume as well. And I will link everything down below. And then for this, these are just extra essentials that I like to pack in my suitcase just to keep the freshness. So my favorite, dryer sheets. I like to keep extra bags on hand for wet bathing suits. Maybe I went swimming the day that we were going to leave. And then, of course, one of my favorites is I love using unstoppable beads. And I just found these either at the dollar store and you can kind of fill them, or if you don't have them, again, whatever sock you're going to bring with you, you can just kind of fill that in. Or we always have a missing sock in the dryer anyway, so just kind of taking that extra one and making like a little scent pouch with your sock, and then you can just kind of stick that in your sneakers or shoes, or you can line them around your suitcase. And then using a steamer, because of course I like to kind of be able to take everything out and lay it out, and it doesn't have to be that big. They have small ones like this as well available, and I do need to buy a new one, but it just is helpful to be able to steam out your clothes so you feel all put together. So just kind of placing everything in the suitcase. I like to put the hat in first just so that the brim of the hat can lay flat and not get bent, and then it helps to have that dress underneath, and then just kind of placing like the bulkier things just like around it. And of course you don't want to leave that just right there, so I like to kind of tuck that underneath just to kind of hide it a little bit and just kind of place everything inside the suitcase. So just sticking in my belts, I've got my hot, my curling iron, shoes, jeans, and again, jeans can be rolled up, which is a little bit better to do just to kind of save on space, and then start adding in the bags, and you want to put that in first towards the bottom. So if you need to stick anything in there, you can, and just kind of organizing everything that you have. So just kind of checking to make sure that you have everything in there that you want. And then if there's small spaces, again, you can stick socks or stockings, anything else that you want to put in there. And I do like to roll my jeans, but these are great options to organize your suitcases. And they do sell those organizers on Amazon, and I think I'm going to invest in those. But I do love doing my own DIY ways just to kind of save money if you don't want to spend on all of those things, just to kind of help you get ready for your next trip. So just kind of sticking in those scent beads, or the scent socks, I like to call them. And then I like sticking the dryer sheets, inside this area as well. And this is another area where I'll usually put my bras and underwear. I just didn't add that today for you guys to see. But just kind of sticking in everything else that I'm going to be using, just so that I can, have everything organized and ready. So I thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I gave you guys some really nice tips. Please leave your comments and questions, and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.